Hey guys, it's Noobman Hero bringing you another video. This time, we're gonna be playing Xenoblade Chronicles X, and wow, I haven't gone by Noobman Hero on this channel for a while. Actually, hold up. Maybe I have, because in that one montage. Anyways, so we're playing Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I already did this video. I had it recorded, and actually, I'll just press continue so you can see. Uh, I, I started playing, and it was going well. Everything, it was a little silly, but, unfortunately, uh, after two and a half hours of recording, uh, I found out that the video file when I was about to edit was corrupted, so now I had to start over. No big deal, honestly. The thing is that I probably would have wanted to start over anyways, because, unfortunately, I forgot that you can actually record footage of the, of this cutscenes, because the cutscenes now, Nintendo, allows you to record ever since the copyright changes. Wait, I don't think there's a way to, oh, there we go. Anyways, we're gonna have to restart now. Ugh. I had everything planned out, and things were looking up that run when I recorded it, but too bad. We're gonna have to restart. So yeah. To explain, I was gonna start doing this Let's Play. It's not gonna be 100%. I'm gonna do super bosses for anyone interested in that, and now that the cutscenes can play out, I don't think I might just summarize some things in the beginning of the episodes, but not very much. Let's just start a new game. We have to make a new character, or I don't know if you have to do that right off the bat. Oh yeah. So we're just gonna leave everything. Well, let's just back up here. There we go. So since Miiverse is gone, the features aren't here anymore, so boop. Anyways, we're gonna let this play out. It's a pretty long cutscene, but it's pretty nice. Might want to shut up for a bit.
July 2054 AD. The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. coalition government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape. Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us, literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface. Since then, 2 months have passed.
Alright, well, that was the cutscene. I think there's another one after this, from what I remember. Anyways, okay, no, we're on the character select screen. I'm getting a bit scared because that was a long cutscene, and, Nintendo changed their copyright, I guess, laws, but, like, the thing is, I still don't trust it, so, not sure if there's much I can do to change that, but we're gonna just quickly go through character customization, kind of like ignorantly, I guess, because this is the second time I do this. I'm just gonna try and do the same character that I did last time, except not really trying. Anyways, we're just gonna throw a couple things on. This is based off of a character that I made last time when I first started, but it doesn't really matter because I didn't have a good sense of what I wanted to do the first time I did this in the first attempt of recording this video, to be specific. Okay, so I'll just skip over this so you guys don't have to watch me just do this. Okay, so we're finally over here at the voice section. Last time I defaulted to Yuri, so we're going to stick with Yuri. Okay, so there's a couple more cutscenes here, and I'll have to just keep in mind that, yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes I'm gonna have to keep in here, but I'm not gonna actually go through them all because it'd just take too long and would be kind of boring for a video, so.
Attention, external access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece. Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate. Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours?
Okay, so here we get to choose her name, and
You don't even remember your own name?
oh, she's not done talking, is she?
Must be the
I skipped this cutscene the first time around, so. But basically, she just asked her name, and we're gonna give her a name. Here we're just gonna go ahead on my giant gamepad that's overly sized, and we're gonna go ahead. Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, it's better. And we're gonna give her our name. And after this, she's just gonna keep talking, so we're gonna let her do that.
It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move? We'll take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon. There you go. All right, let's get going.
Okay, so, if the cutscenes are gonna be as long as I think they are, I might have to split these videos into at least 20-minute segments, which, I want to figure out, but, like, since the cutscenes are playing out, I realized a lot of them are pretty long, but then we had to deal with actual gameplay, which might just, I mean, like, there's a lot of cutscenes in this game, like right now. We just started, and here's another cutscene, and there's gonna be a lot more of those, because I skipped, like, 20 cutscenes when I last recorded this.
This one. You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the White Whale, do you? You know, the L-002? The ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right? Planet Earth. Your homeworld. Or rather, it used to be anyway. Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between two alien forces. And destroyed. Ring any bells? Don't feel bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget.
Alright, so here we get attacked by these little buggies. They're not very difficult to take on, obviously, because we just started the game. So I think I might as well just explain how the combat works in this game, considering it's different from, I'd like to say, Xenoblade, and Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but honestly, it's not too much different, except that you have two weapons, and each weapon does something different for you. The topple mechanic's still here, you know, the stagger topple. I think the only thing in this game is stagger topple. The other stuff that was added to 2 isn't here, but there's a lot more to actually worry about. We're just gonna skip this, because, honestly, I don't think what she has to say is all that important right now. But we did get a couple weapons. She was just telling us about looking for work, in, New LA. We can't even equip those, but critical chance up might be nice, and that one does point more of damage, so that'd be nice to equip. And that's an Elmo weapon, which she can probably equip right now, because she should be level 5. Yep. Right, so we're gonna work our way through this beginning area, and see, the thing is that now, with the ability to view the cutscenes, I have to deem which ones are important and which ones aren't. Because again, I want to keep this these videos at least as interesting as possible, and some of it is just like I guess it's not really filler. It's more like a lot of world building. It's kind of the thing this game is really good at. But, like, at the same time, it just takes up so much time and will make the videos so, so lengthy. I don't know what I want to do, about it yet, but once we figure that out, hopefully, I'll have a set, video length. Originally, the plan was to do it 15 minutes, but, with the cutscenes in mind, I think I may have to do 20, 25, which hopefully isn't a big problem. I actually ended up dying here the first time I was recording, just because I went to the level 3 immediately, forgetting that I was only a level 1. So, yeah, funny thing about that. I actually, I played this game way too much, and any of my friends who are watching would know, so, I'm pretty decent at the combat in this game. I did beat all the super bosses and did 100% the game, but, you know, now would be a good time to explain the mechanics. So, as time goes on, you'll be able to fill this up depending on the weapons that you choose. At first, you'll only get the assault rifle and the knife. So, on top of where my equipment weapon right there is placed, you'll see that right above it. I might highlight it when I go to edit it, but you'll see side and middle, and this lets you know where you are when you're fighting the monster, which is really important when you get your skull. As of right now, it's not that important because you know where the side is and stuff like that. But it becomes a bit easier and faster to just know when exactly you're in back of a monster, or considered to be in back of a monster, because it plays a really big role later on. And as you can see, there's also these signs that display on top of your character. Those are called soul voice, and what they do is that basically throughout combat, a character will say something dependent on the ability you have, and if you happen to use the same move, it's basically a synergy bonus, which heals you and does an extra benefit. It depends, because soul voices have different attributes depending on which one they do, which you can also change. But I never really played around with the soul voice changing mechanic. I know that there's beneficial ones, but I like to leave it as default. Here we're just gonna walk up to these guys. Yeah, there we go. But we're gonna have to really work our way back up to where I was last, and as I do, I'd explain things about the combat and the world, because I just really love Xenoblade games, and I can talk about the lore and everything all day, and the combat, so that'll be interesting. I feel like I'd rather skip some of the cutscenes and give you some info about it, rather than giving you the full cutscene, just cause, again, it'll save time, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, honestly, I just really don't want to have to keep viewing the cutscenes, and being concerned about it not being exciting enough for a video. And honestly, it just takes up way too much time. So,
Nice work.
you'll notice that right under my health bar, or to the side of my health bar, the blue one, the green meter is TP. We'll talk more about TP when it's more relevant. I had a problem where the first time I recorded, I wasn't really giving relevant information, more just like stuff that you probably won't see until like halfway into the game. Or, well, let's say 20 hours in, because this game's tutorial segment is woof. But here we get a beautiful shot of
Just in time for sunrise.
Mira. It's actually, this is what really got me into the game, and they do a really good job of just showing you how amazing this world is. And this is running on a freaking Wii U, and the Wii U's, I mean, it's an system for running huge games, but this game is just impressive all throughout. I think I'll just let this one play out. my Wii is giving this cutscene trouble somehow. I never seen that frame rate drop so low, but oof. Just when I was saying good things about this game, yeah, this game is really visually impressive. Like, considering it's a Wii U, it looks so good. I don't know why, but I find myself enjoying this cutscene every time I watch it. It's just so good.
Pretty wild, huh? They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together.
And she pretty much tells you what this game is about. And I realized that the roots and the tip color aren't exactly the ones I wanted. And I won't be able to do about much about that anymore. But I'm already complaining about my character customization. Oof. You'll get a lot of that. Especially because they have fashion gear in this game. But that's not the point. Just look at this game. It's so good. Oh man, if I have to, I'll make this even like 30 minutes long. It just really depends, because this game is lengthy.
We call this planet
Like,
Mira.
it may not tell a very
You won't find it on any
concise
star.
story, but it does a lot of world building. It does a really good job at just being all around impressive when it comes to the world.
Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed. Watch yourself. That first step's a doozy.
So they're just going on about that habitat unit, like Elma said. And that's New LA, the hub of the game. And oh man, it's cold in here. I'm not sure why I'm complaining about that in the video. But if you hear my voice being a bit shaky, it's that. Not really because I'm nervous. I'm pretty used to actually recording. So, it's not really a big deal. But, oh, we got Slit Edge, so I have a chance to show you positional benefits. Like this one is Slit Edge, which automatically gives you a bonus if you hit from the side. Which is, I believe it was a move in Xenoblade 1, so I forget who has it. It might have been Fiora, but I can't recall. It's been a while since I played Xenoblade 1, and by the way, I am planning to play through all of them, so if you're looking forward to that, so am I. I want to make sure that throughout this Let's Play, I'm not underleveled, so I'll be playing on my own time. But I keep saying that, But I said that through in the first recording attempt of this video, and I walk into areas just fully underleveled. I was supposed to be at level like 6, 8. No, I was supposed to be at level 8, and I was walking around as a level 6, just doing my thing. And I may be pretty good at the combat. I may understand it, but I'm not amazing. So I ran into situations that I probably shouldn't have, because I am a big dumb. Anyways, we're just gonna take the high road here. There's a low road, which is a bit longer, but I don't really care. I just want to get through this. And why did you spot me, you little bastard? The little ones tend to spot you. I should explain the spotting mechanic in this game. Some monsters are friendly, like this one right here. And you'll see this eye icon on the ones that aren't. Actually, here's a good example. Here's one without the eye icon, and here's one with it. This guy right here will attack me if he sees me. There's another one that'll, if they sense your presence, they won't. But, yep, see? And they can also alert all other enemies depending. Like the babies who will warn their mother, so that's a good thing to keep in mind, because if you don't need mobbing happening, that's a good way to avoid it. We're gonna get some pretty interesting gear drops. I don't know if I can actually get this right now, because, yeah, I can. I mean, they're gonna put a lot of loot that I might be able to get, but this requires a field action, and you'll see a bunch of them that will be out of your field action level, so. And we have our first instance of a high level monster that will just stalk you. That one is a level 24, and obviously I am not that level. I am a level 3. And I think I want to kill this one last guy, just because the other guys over there might give me a problem. So we're gonna go kill this guy, and there's a cutscene coming right up that I might be a little bit worried about. Nah, I'm not worried at all. It's the start of the game, and I mean, I'm not even sure why I'm saying I'm worried about it, because like it's actually really easy. They kind of make things easy for you, but like I just don't want to end up dying for some reason. Because last time I died to a level 2. No, it was a level 3. I'm talking a lot. Okay, we're gonna skip this cutscene. What happens is that we get attacked by these guys. Elder Grex. Yeah, there's a level 4 in here, so I was right to level up. I think I was level 3 when I did this last, so it won't be a big deal. You just have to kind of do this. And I'll talk more about builds later on, because those will become more prevalent. But right now we get our standard build. And also, why are you making so much damage? That's worrisome. Okay. We took out the big boy. Now on to the rest. I don't have a gun move for that one. Oh wait, that's my voice. By the way, I also have a soul voice, and am I gonna die here? Please don't. Please don't kill me. This is annoying. Okay, yeah, I don't know why, but apparently I suck at this game. Okay, should I let this play out?
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife.
Just more world building, honestly.
Luckily,
It's just talking about, yeah, it's just talking about hostile creatures and stuff like that. it's basically explaining the world and the gameplay elements at the same time, which is probably the best in the series in terms of like uh, mixing gameplay elements with, uh, I guess, the way the game works. I mean, the story works. But like that's not saying that this game's story is all that great, because again, yeah, this game is a black sheep of the Xenoblade games, because the Xenoblade games have really good stories, like really good ones, and this one is just because it's more focused on exploring and subquests and stuff. So you'll see that play out as we start to head into the main mission area and figure out all that good stuff. So here we get a view of New LA. I'm gonna let this one play out too, because again, the view, but otherwise.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beached spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira, come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown. Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
Okay, so now that I just realized, I wonder if you'll be able to hear anything they say when I record this. I'll figure it out. 'Cause like, I know that originally it was a little too high, the volume, so I turned it down. But now I have to figure out, because I'm not really good with setting up the Elgato and stuff like that, so, it's kind of a new experience. Anyways, Elma had nothing important to say other than showing us who people are and blah. And these people aren't important because we never use them. So, we're just gonna do our thing, finish chapter 1, and meet everyone, and do things, and play the game. Yeah, I would like to actually get into these characters, but like honestly, as you can see, there's a lot of cutscenes already, and I am not about that life right now. I just kind of don't care. They're introducing you to the main cast and stuff, but honestly, the only ones that are important here is Elma and Lynn, and I'll talk more about them later. they're fairly interesting. Elma's a bit of a topic to talk about, though. Big yawn. Oh God, I'm yawning again. Vehicle, no thank you. Wow, we're already three-fifths into the story, so we should probably be getting somewhere with this main mission. But honestly, this main mission is literally just cutscenes and talking to people and getting to know the game. So same thing with chapter 2. So you guys don't really need to see this. I'm gonna cut it out for you and summarize everything later. So yeah. Okay, so we're almost done with chapter 1, and we have a somewhat important character, Nagi, here, who gave us some info. He's technically, I believe, he's the Secretary of Defense of New LA, but no one knows what that means. He does something along the lines of sit around and defend. No. We're just gonna ignore him. He does give us some of our missions, as well as a character called Van Damme. You might recognize the game from a game name from Xenoblade 2, because he was another character in that game.
You know,
But
it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really
okay, yeah.
want him to join.
There's no need to continue with this. They'll tell you about, ooh, you can have a giant robot thing. By the way, these things are skells. You'll be able to get your hands on one later, but that's gonna be a while. Okay, here's the mission board, and I'll talk more about it later, but it's not that important. And I think they're gonna talk about scouting blades here, but that's also not important. A lot of a lot of the multiplayer functionality will come into play later on, but scouting blades is sort of like that, and that doesn't really matter right now. And they'll just talk about getting equipment here. So again, just more cutscenes, more talking, more everything. And I think I just took the long way around. So, oof. Let's just get over here. I'm not sure why I did that. I forgot that the cutscene's over here. You know, it's funny. I feel like I did the last recording session a bit better. So now it's just like, since I already did the recording, I guess I lost some enthusiasm for this specific part, but I'm sure that'll go away as I get to explain more stuff. But like, I really like this game. I like the combat in specific. The thing is that this game suffers story-wise. As you can see, it takes a while to get started. In fact, it's just one giant tutorial for like about 20 hours. So here's where I guess the actual game kicks in. You know, after they explained the bare minimum, they're just like ready to let you out into the world, but it's kind of kind of like a strict parent, where it doesn't let go of your hand even when they let you go. So, this game will just continue, like, cutscene heavy for a long time, which is why I'm skipping it again. I mean, I hate mentioning it so much, but all those cutscenes, man. Okay, so here we're heading into Mira for the first time, other than that one time where we just started the game, of course. And we're gonna set a probe here. I'll explain more about how probes work, because, again, we're skipping the cutscenes. I'll get into it when it becomes more relevant, but that's a probe placement spot. You can also warp to these and make money and resources off of them, and I'll explain that in greater detail later. And here's some dead guys. Hello, dead guys. Here's our first instance of a legendary tyrant enemy, unique monster. I believe this game calls it tyrant, so I was right to say tyrant, but they're basically explaining how unique monsters work, and this game is really known for its unique monsters, so they're everywhere, and they will kill you, and they will bully you. I feel like a lot of YouTubers, when they do these games, will show that off pretty often, just like, especially on the first playthrough, it's just like, yep, it's gonna happen. So, to explain what some of my skills do, Infuriate, this is basically a taunt. The way they set up the build for you in the beginning is basically very tanky in a way. They give you Infuriate and Chrome Armor. Chrome Armor is a physical defense up, which is, pretty handy, but I'm not trying to use this build for too much longer. I believe within 2 hours I already changed most of my build by then. So we're just going to continue to work with our soul voices and positioning. Hopefully Elma gets a stagger on this guy, because that'd be nice. We also get this nice song. I don't know if it's playing right now. Yeah, it is. It's a really great song. I listen to it all the time. Come on, stagger? He doesn't want to stagger, so we're just gonna beat him up. So there, I just got a bonus from hitting him in the back instead of the side, and also, I was checking my mic to see if I didn't mute myself. So, funnily enough, I missed a couple things I could have done there to finish off the fight, but no big deal, we still beat it. Anyways, skipping cutscene, placing probe, talking about placing probe. No one seems to have that much better gear. By the way, I'll be changing fashion gear every now and then, so you'll see that. I'm never wearing the same thing for too long. We're gonna go ahead and complete this mission, and since we don't have a teleport, we just kind of have to run there. Honestly, I was thinking of making this first episode reach up to the part we were at, but so they're gonna introduce us to the main bad guys of the game. And by the way, that's Van Damme, that big chunky bastard. And I like this Van Damme more, and I won't explain why, because the minute you figure it out, if you played Xenoblade Chronicles too, yeah, this one's just way better, because, yeah, I won't say. Okay. Though the thing with Van Damme is that they're very similar in both games, but there's one very big difference. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on leaving it very vaguely. If you want to figure it out, like if you've never played 2, if you want those specific spoilers, go right ahead, but for anyone willing to watch me until I get to Xenoblade 2, which will be quite a long time from now, You'll figure out what I mean by that. By the way, I was going to start with Xenoblade X, and I am playing Xenoblade X. The reason why I started with Xenoblade X is because I couldn't find my classic Pro controller for Xenoblade Chronicles, the original, and I'm planning to play through them all, but the thing is that I don't want to use the nunchuck, so I was like, it's probably easier to set up Xenoblade X anyways, and I have the gamepad, even though my Pro controller broke. As you can see, I'm not good with handling Pro controllers, because they either break or get lost, so we're gonna go ahead and call it here for now, and if this episode is any longer, you'll find out that I started a new recording, because, you know, I could just leave this as video 1 and chapter 3 will be video 2 and onwards, so let's see what happens.